Hello and welcome to this video. We were continuing the second chapter of your history, that is New Kings and Kingdoms. In last video, we discussed up to the architectural splendid and agricultural developments during the reign of the Cholas. In this video, we will discuss about the administration of the Chola dynasty. Settlements of peasants known as Ur means an area where the peasants generally settled around was known as an Ur, and the Ur became prosperous with the spread of irrigation facilities of the agricultural lands. Ur means an area where peasants were generally settled, and as the main work of peasants are to practicing peasantry or to practicing farming, as we discussed in last video, as gradually the irrigation facility developed, it brings prosperity to the Urs. Group of Ur were called Nadu, as we have a state Tamil Nadu. So Nadu means a group of Ur. Settlements of peasants were known as Ur, and a group of Ur together forming an Nadu. The village councils and the Nadu performed several administrative functions, and every Nadu have their own council or village council or Nadu council, and the main work of those councils were to dispensing justice to its people and to collect tax from the people. Rich peasants of the Bellala caste exercised considerable control over the affairs of the Nadu under the supervision of the central Chola government. And the Chola government, obviously, it is not possible for a king to look after all those areas which are under his control. And as we already discussed in last video, that Chola had a lots of area under their control, starting from the Ganga Valley to Sri Lanka to some other East Asiatic countries. So it was obviously impossible for a single king to look after a vast area. And because of that, the Chola king were appointing several chiefs and subordinates to look after their other areas on behalf of them. So, the rich peasants who were generally belonged to the Bellala caste were appointed as the head to look after the affairs of the Nadus by the Chola government. The Chola kings sometimes gave grand titles to the cheap peasants or the rich head peasant who were looking after the affairs of the Nadu. The titles like Muvain the Velan. In local language, Vellan means a peasant, and Muvendavellan means a peasant who served three kings, and the title Arayar means a chief. So the kings were sometime entitling the rich landlords as Muvendavellan, Arayar, as a mark of respect and importance as an officer to look after that state or that area. Next, we will discuss about Brahmadeya. So, Brahmadeya means the land grants to the Brahmanas, or the land that offered to the Brahmanas as a gift was known as Brahmadeya. As a result, large number of Brahmanas started settling around the Kaveri Valley because that areas around the Kaveri Valley were gifted to the Brahmanas from the kings or by the kings, and the land which are gifted to the Brahmanas by the kings were known as Brahmadeya. As a result of Brahmadeya, various Brahmanas or a lot of Brahmanas started settling around the Kaveri Delta or the Kaveri Valley. Each Brahmadeya was looked after by an assembly or sabha of prominent Brahmana landholders, and Whichever Brahmadeya was gifted to the Brahmanas by the king, they were looked after by a Sabha or an assembly of Brahmanas. These assemblies work very efficiently, means very fruitfully. Their decisions were recorded in detail in inscription, and the decisions taken by the Sabha, the Brahmana Sabha, were recorded in inscription. And inscription means writing on a hard solid surface and mainly over the rock surface. So the decision made by the Brahmanas or the assembly of Brahmana were even recorded in inscription and often on the stone walls of temples. The next important concept is Nagaram, the association of traders known as Nagaram. An association of traders words known as Nagarams. And occasionally the Nagarams performed administrative function in the town, like the chief peasant look after the functioning of Nadu, like the Sabha or the association of Brahmana look after the Brahmadeya. The Nagaram means the association of trader, they look after the administrative and functions of town. Some inscriptions which are found from the Uttara Merar in Chingleput district of Tamil Nadu, those provides detailed information about how the sabhas were organized. The Sabha had separate committees to look after different work. There were separate committee to look after the irrigation works. There were separate committees to look after the gardens. There were separate committee to look after the temples and so on. They have variety of committees for variety of works. How the member of those committees were chosen? What happened that names of those eligible members who were interested to become the member of those committees, they wrote down their names on the palm tickets or small piece of palm leaves. Their name were recorded and then they put the names in an earthen pot, and a small young boy was asked to take out the tickets, and whichever name came for which committee, they were assigned to that following committee to look after that particular work. It's a kind of lottery system. If we simplify it, it was like a lottery system in which names were withdrawn from the earthen pot and accordingly the members were assigned the task. Then we will discuss about the types of land under the Chola dynasty. And from where we get the idea of the types of land? From the inscription of the Cholas, we came to know about various kind of land during their rule. Like Vellan Bagai means the land which are assigned or which are the properties of non-Brahmana peasants. Brahmadeya means the land which are gifted to Brahmanas. Salabhoga means the land which are for the maintenance of schools. Then Devadana or Tirunamattukani means the land which are gifted for the construction and maintenance of temples. And the last but not the least was Pallicha Chandam means the land which were donated to the Jaina institution. That's all about this chapter. Thank you.